State, since he's formally signed out, can you kind of just take us through Tristan Smith, how you guys identified him out of the portal, and how that recruiting process went up to him committing on Monday?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty quick. I mean, we had two receivers. We really weren't looking for a guy, but we had two guys, depth guys that moved on, and so we needed to get a guy. Really like our guys in the room, but again, you got to have some depth, and we needed to find a receiver. So obviously, the high school part was over, and there really wasn't anybody else out there that we felt like we could go get, and so that's really it. Like I've always said, I know everybody makes a big deal. We've signed a kid out of the portal, 3 out of the last 4 years, so it's not really where we live, but when we have a need and we can't address it through the high school, we fill our need. And again, we did that with Hunter, we did that with Paul. That was a need, and then we didn't have a need last year. And then this year, we didn't have any intention, but with two guys leaving, again, depth guys, we needed a receiver. So process is pretty simple. We looked at a bunch of guys, and we were looking for something very specific, and Tristan fit that. I'm really excited about him. I think he's still got his best football in front of him. He's got. I like the length that he brings. That's really what we wanted. We really wanted a long guy, and he's got a good story, a unique journey. He's from Georgia, and really enjoyed, getting to know him and spending some time with him. So really was not a long, drawn-out process, but wasn't anything happened until, again, we were forced into having to go get a guy. So, and that's kind of what we're looking for. At DN, same thing. We're looking for a guy at DN because we had a kid decommit from us, and if he hadn't decommitted, we'd be done. But we had a kid decommit, and we needed to go get a guy. So we've been kind of tracking some guys at that position, and need to try to find one player there to fill our need. And other than that, we're in a pretty good spot. Unless something happens, you never know.
To follow quickly on Tristan, will he be able to travel this weekend? Do you know, or
he could if he was admitted and all that stuff. But there's a process, with all these guys. The guys that are here right now, obviously they've been a part of our deal for a while. We've had a lot more time. So this just happened. It just signed yesterday. So I don't know if he'll be with us or not right now. But certainly, we're fortunate enough to win the game. You'll see him in here pretty quick.
Anyone else for Coach Swinney?
Hey, Dabo, Jason from TCI. One more on Tristan. Does he have just 1 year of eligibility remaining, or does he apply for a waiver for a second?
Yeah, he has one for sure, and technically, I guess he could, I know there's been some waivers granted out there. My understanding was there was maybe one that was granted today. He's, played 2 years, started out in JUCO, and, did not play a lot as a freshman. So I don't know. Maybe there's a process there, but he's got one left if you count that time. So good fit for us. Like I said, fills a need, and look forward to getting on the field with him and getting started.
Hey, Dabo, this is Darian Carter with the Greenville News. It looks like Texas offensive tackle Kelvin Banks will progress. Look like he will play on Saturday, I guess. Looking at the film, what is the difference between Texas with him on the field and with him off the field? What kind of makes him that kind of a special player?
Yeah, he's a great one. We expected him to play, so that's kind of what we've been preparing for. But he's a great player. But they got a lot of great players. They're very deep, and all big and stout. But he's excellent. He can move his feet. He can change direction. He's got great length. He's physical. Well coached and got a lot of experience.
One more for me, just on Phil Mafah, how's kind of been progressing with his injury throughout practices leading up to Saturday's game?
Yeah, doing great. I mean, he's doing fine. We don't hit him in practice, so he looks great. He's had a good week and ready to roll.
Yeah, but to go back to the title game, the night before the game, Sherrod Covil said he was going to be entering the portal, but he was still suited up on the sidelines. Was that something that he talked to you all about wanting to be available at least for that final game before he left?
Yeah, Covil did everything right. He actually came to see me, 8-10 days before, but he really wanted to finish. He wanted to finish, through South Carolina was the plan, and then we obviously made the ACC Championship. So he did everything right. Really appreciate Sherrod and how he handled himself, and trying to help him make sure he gets in a good spot. And sometimes things go the way you want, sometimes they don't, but he did everything right from that standpoint.
Any more questions for Coach? All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, see y'all in Texas.